Good
Good
day!
day. We're
We're
going to
going to
talk
talk
about the
about the
social
social
teachings
teachings
of
of
the
the
Catholic
Catholic
Church
Church
and our
and our
social
social responsibility.
responsibility.
Catholic social teaching is writings of our popes and other Catholic leaders, and often these writings are encyclicals. It is a set of principles for a decent, just, and peaceful society. It was founded in the life and words of Jesus Christ and have always been an essential part of our faith and justice.
The social teaching highlights 7 key themes for us to have wisdom on how to build a just society and how to live in holiness in the midst of the challenges of modern society. We have the first one, which is dignity of life. Human beings have dignity that has to be respected and promoted. The church source of dignity is the reality that human beings are created in the image and likeness of God. It is written in Genesis chapter 1 verses 26 to 27.
Social. Being social is founded in nature. We need to belong unto others, participate in our family and society to seek the common good and well-being of all. Rights and responsibility. To protect human dignity and achieve a healthy community, human rights must be protected and responsibilities met. Human rights are prerogatives given by God to man which are inalienable, fundamental, important, unconditional, unchangeable, and common to all human beings. Human rights flow from the dignity of the person, which presupposes human rights. These human rights are inevitably attached to duties. Passim Terrace explains that, when a man becomes conscious of his right, he must become equally aware of his duties. Thus, he who possesses certain rights has likewise the duty to claim those rights as marks of his dignity, while all others have a similar obligation to acknowledge and respect those rights.
Fundamentally equal. Pope Leo XIII speaks of this equality when he wrote in Rerum Novarum. From this point of view, all men are equal. There is no difference between rich and poor, masters and servants, rulers and subjects. This call to communion does not differ from person to person. There is only one root of our dignity, thus making dignity common to all men, regardless of external inequalities and personal differences. No matter how lowly our social position is, trace our dignity to the same root. There exists an innate equality among us. The dignity of work and right of work. As co creators of God's world, we are called to work as part of our contribution. In order to protect human life, dignity of work, and advance the well being of all, the basic rights of the workers must be protected, including the right to productive work, right to decent and fair wages, right to organize and join unions, right to private property, and the right to economic initiative.
The next is solidarity. Humans are interdependent beings, and sons and daughters of God, we are part of one family that looks out for each other. As St. John Paul II explained, when practicing the virtue of solidarity, we are committing ourselves to the common good because we are responsible for all. The next is care for God's creation. The environmental damage we have caused has challenged Catholics to become good stewards of God's creation by living our faith in relationship with all He has given us. As stewards of the earth, we are meant to take care of the earth and make it a better place for all of us. We must take care not only of ourselves, but of the whole creation and treat it with reverence. This is our moral duty not only to God, but to our children's children.
Part of the mission of us Catholics is not only working in charity, but to participate in promoting justice for the society. Charity means to help someone in need, while justice means to promote peace, truth, and freedom.
The concept of charity is very known with us Christians. Thus, we are always taking the step to help the community who suffers from different kind of calamity. For instance, if a community is suffering from heavy flood due to typhoon, people will donate money, give relief goods, and will lend necessary equipment or tools needed to reconstruct the devastated area. The concept of justice is alleviation the causes of some event that may result into something damaging before it happens again. Justice living in right relationship with God, to other people, and all creations. It involves justice for curing the causes of someone or other source of being needy that always brings about painful outcomes and consequences. Justice and alleviate a problem to avoid charity works for more and more times. It just solving the cause of the problem instead of just curing its effect.
The understanding of Catholics of charity as the solely mission of the Church is only explaining half of our responsibility as a Catholic. Charity with love is perfect one, but justice gives more essence. Being committed to justice has the essential quality. Justice is an extension of charity. It will be never a Christian work when we don't have and do justice. The document Justice in the World teaches that the Church has received from Christ her mission, which entails the right and duty to proclaim justice on the local, national, and international level, and to denounce instances of injustice when the fundamental rights of a person and his very salvation demands.
Christian Church and us can help others to know what is this and what they really need to know. This is justice, giving them the right and privilege to be educated and to be aware of what's happening and what's the Lord prepared plan. It's nothing more by doing right. God is loving and just. We are called to do justice and live in love. Charity is needed, but justice is required in this life.